What's up, everybody? My name is Troy, and I play guitar for the band Diamonds and Dirt. So, I'm pretty excited, you guys. This is my first video, but it's going to be the first of a series of videos. And let me take a minute to throw the disclaimer out there. So, I'm not coming at you like I'm Mr. I know everything on guitar, and these aren't lessons per se. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give something to kids that are coming up playing guitar and learning how to play guitar now that I didn't have when I was learning how to play guitar. Like, man, can you imagine if YouTube was around like when back in the 80s when we were growing up? Man, I didn't have the money to have guitar lessons, so everything I learned, I had to learn from watching other people and from listening. You know, I couldn't just get on YouTube and sit and watch videos all day. But, you know, it's a really great tool to have. So, with that being said, me and Anthony are just trying to share some of the knowledge that we have over the past 10 years that we've been playing. So more so than us teaching you scales and chords and progressions and stuff like that, because we're still learning all that stuff right now, you know. But what we want to do is give you some insight and some experience, not experience, but just some insight from our experiences, and you know, some tips and tools that I think would still be really helpful to anybody that's really interested in music, or possibly having a career in music, or playing in a band, or anything like that. So I really hope this helps some of y'all. And like I said, Anthony's not here today, but he'll probably catch us on the next one. You know, duty calls. So anyway, before we get started, I wanted to show you what I'm working with today. So I'm gonna do this right here. Playing a Jackson archtop, and as an amp, I'm using Anthony's Mesa Stiletto, and I've got it coming through a little Vox cab. So that's pretty much it, man. No effects or anything like that. Cause here we go. Making sure it's on. So what we're gonna be doing today is literally working on warm up exercises. Cause I don't know if any of you guys have ever tried to play a show or practice or just sit down and jam without letting your fingers get warmed up, but it's it's pretty difficult, man, and it definitely takes a little while to get your fingers going. So got my Misfits coffee cup here. So yeah, let's get at it. All right, the first exercise I'm going to show you is something that I play this every day, and the cool thing about it is there's several different ways you can practice this, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But I'm in standard tuning also. So we're gonna start on the 6th string, 8th fret. So we're gonna go 8, 10, 12 on the 6th string. We're gonna do the same thing on the 5th string. Okay, so then we're going to jump up to the D string, and we're going to do 9, 10, and 12. We're going to go to the G string and do the exact same thing, 9, 10, and 12. So far we've got... Alright, you with me? Cool. Okay, so now we're going to take it up to the B string. When we go up to the B string, we're going to go 10, 12, and 13. And then guess what? We're going to go to the E string. You you got it. And we're gonna do the exact same thing. So, what we got so far. Cool. Alright, and so now the easy part is we're gonna do the exact same thing in reverse coming back down. So, my bad. So all together it's gonna sound like this. Sweet. Alright, so what I was telling you is that there's several different things you can do with this. So you know, and I'm going to do some other videos on, you know, I don't want to stray off subject too far, but I'm going to do some other videos on what's going on with my right hand, because, you know, the right hand is super important, and hopefully in the future we're going to have better camera angles and a better setup so you can actually see what both hands are doing, but for right now this is what we're working with. So I'm pretty much alternate picking the whole thing. When I say alternate picking, just for, in case you don't know, that's upstroke, downstroke, or vice versa. Down, up, down, up, down, up. But we'll get into that later. Or you can do it all downstroke. So what I try to do is, you know, like when I come in at the bottom, I try and mute the strings just a little bit, you know, instead of just coming in blaring. I try and put a little bit of finesse on it, you know. You hear the difference? And it's like it kind of slides in, you know, and you know, the more you play, you'll kind of have your own style, and it'll just kind of start to flow. But so what I'll do is I'll practice that just going up and down, and I'll try and do it continually without stopping as long as I can, and I'll gradually try and build my speed. Another tip I want to give you guys, and I know I'm not using one today, but I promise I will try and use it next time. And one thing that you've got to have is a metronome. It's very important. Because, you know, playing stuff like this, you can start out on a lower speed, and, you know, you can slowly move the speed up on your metronome the more you play the part. But metronome is very important, man. If you can't keep on time, it's just going to be a mess whenever you go to record or play. So like I said, I just work on this. Up and down, and I'll try and do it continually. And so forth and so on. And so eventually, after doing that, you get to the point where you can kind of be like, so I'm sorry guys, I'm not warmed up either, but and then come back down doing the same thing. So, like I said, I practice this all the time, man. As you can see, I can't do it perfect, but it's really good for your speed and just to work on your picking. Okay, so that's exercise number 1. The next exercise I'm going to show you is a piece from a song that we're working on, and this is really, really, really helpful with being able to kind of switch styles in the middle of your playing. So what I mean by that is, said, you got two things going on there. You've got just the regular note run, and then it jumps over to the little tapping section. So we're starting right here. This is going to be solely on the A, D, and G strings. Only those three strings are we're using. So we're going to start right here at the 3rd fret. We're on the A string, 3rd fret. We're going to go to the D string, 5th fret. So A string, 3rd fret, D string, 5th fret, and D string, 7th fret. And then you're gonna go up to the G string, 4th fret. So it's gonna sound like. Alright, so we're on the G string. Then we're going to go up to the 5th fret on the G string. And then we're going to come back down the same way we came up. So we're going. Cool? Okay, so that's our first phrase, if you will. Then we're going to shift up to the 5th fret on the A string. And then we're going to jump to the, well, I'll play the part for you. How about that? So our first part is, so right now we're doing, so we got the A string, 5th fret. We're jumping up to the D string, 7th fret, and then going to the 9th fret on the D string. And then we're going to jump up to the 5th fret on the G string. So it's going to go. Then you're going to shift right up to the G string, 7th fret. And then we're going to come back down the same way we came up. So far we've got. And do you hear the muting that I'm kind of doing in there? It's like I said, you'll come up with your own kind of finesse and your own style to do it, but you know, it's just like when you come in there just wide open. You know, you don't hear anybody doing that. You know, you got to slide in. But you'll come up with your own thing. So the next phrase, we're going to be on the A string, 7th fret. A string, 7th fret. And I would use my ring finger to jump up to the D string, 9th fret. So we got A string, 7th fret, D string, 9th fret, G string, 7th fret as well. So what we're doing is we're setting ourselves up for this little tapping section. So we're going to go. And then we're going to do a big hammer on 7th fret on the G string to the 11th fret on the G string. We're going to hammer on them. So okay, so when we do the big hammer on, we're going to come in with whatever finger you prefer, index or middle finger, and we're going to tap the 12th fret, just one tap. So it's going to. Cool. So now when you tap on the 12th fret, you're you're gonna pull off, tap and pull off. And then you're gonna pull off again. So it's pretty much like working back the same way down that you came up. You're gonna, and where you did that big hammer on from 7th to 11th, you're gonna end it with a big pull off from 11 to 7. And that completes that whole run right there. So from start to finish, you've got cool. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I've just worked on my speed, you know, and this is alternate picked also. But, you know, I just work on my speed and my muting and just trying to cut out as much of the string noise and just excess noise as possible and just get it to where I can play it really fast and really comfortably. So, now, our third and final exercise, and this is a super important one too, because like I said, coming up I'm going to do a video on the different kinds of picking. But these exercises cover a lot of the different kinds of picking, and you can apply several different kinds of picking to one particular exercise. So like I said, the third and final exercise is very simple, and this is to help with sweep picking. So we're going to be on the A string, 7th fret, and we're going to start with another super big hammer on. We're going to hammer on from, and just in case for you that don't know what a hammer on is, you're striking the first note and not striking the second note. So we're going to hammer on from 7 to 12. So we're going to hammer on A string, 7 to 12. And then we're going to take our ring finger and do 10th fret on the D string. So that's what we got going on so far. Okay, so the next note is going to be the G string, 9th fret. So you got that? Okay, next note is going to be the B string, 10th fret. Alright, so next note is going to be the high E string. We're going to go to the 8th fret. Now we're going to do another big hammer on from the 8th fret to the 12th fret. And now, you might have guessed it, we're going to come back down the exact same way that we went up. So this big hammer on right here at the end is now going to become a pull-off. So, slowly. Okay, so, like I said, they're going to come back down the same way. Right back here. And you're going to finish it off where you did that very big hammer on to start with. You're going to finish it off with a pull off from the same thing, 12 to 7 on the 5th string. And the cool thing about this exercise is you can move it anywhere over the fretboard, and it's going to sound just as good. So I'll explain the picking part of it in one of the following videos. For right now, just kind of get used to those notes. And I promise you, it's super, super important. So just learn those notes, and we'll work on the picking part later. But for real, learn those notes. You're definitely gonna want. You're gonna want to memorize this exercise. It's gonna come in very handy down the line. Alright guys, so those are the 3 exercises I wanted to show you, and that's pretty much going to do it for today. Next video, hopefully Ann will be here, and he'll have some things to share with you too. And like I said, just work on these exercises and work on your speed. And man, we want to hear from you guys. Please, 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 man, come like our page, subscribe to our YouTube page, and man, if you have some cool warm-up exercises or just anything you'd like to show us, man, post on our timeline. Set up your camera just like we're doing, and send it to us, man. We want to hear from you guys. I love finding out what other people are playing and what they're listening to and what they're jamming on, and I would absolutely love to see somebody else's warm-up routine. So man, please hit us up. We want to hear from you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And please make sure you hit up our Instagram, hit up our Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube. We are going to be shopping our album around this year, and we're trying to get sponsored. And we need you guys' help, man. We really need your support with our social media, because that's what everybody wants to see right now. That's what everybody wants to know is, how's your social media? Do you got a good following? And when they come asking us that, we want to be able to say, hell yeah, we're from Wilson. So come on, man. You guys hit us up. Let us hear from you. Support local music. Peace.